Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another Hammer Productions night. Tonight, I'll be reviewing The Abominable Snowman, released in 1957, directed by Val Guest from a script by Nigel Neal, starring Forrest Tucker, Peter Cushing, Maureen Connell, Richard Wattis, and Robert Brown. Now, this is a very talented director, highly acclaimed writer, and a pretty damn good cast here on this one. What could go wrong with this one? This is not a horror movie per se, almost. This is another one of those like kind of sci-fi tinged kind of films that Hammer had been doing prior to really doing some of its horror stuff that it started doing. Forrest Tucker is great in this, as he always is in anything he plays in. Peter Cushing, of course, is great in this. Maureen Connell, playing Peter Cushing's wife in this, is very good in her performance. Robert Brown, always a strong actor, was in many Hammer films. This is the first and I think only Hammer film that I think Forrest Tucker has played in that I know of. And he was quite good in, like I said, he's always good. But it was just odd to get to see him playing in a Hammer film. Now, the elephant in the room here is as good as all those performances are, as good as this script is, and as good as it is directed by Val Guest. The big downfall of this film is the so-called Yeti that is in this. Unlike that image behind me, where it looks like the traditional look of the Yeti with the hair all over the character, these Yeti in this do not look like that at all. What we do get to see of them, they look like normal human beings. Which really does make it either, look just cheap or just awkward. So I just don't understand that mindset to do an Abominable Snowman movie, a Yeti movie, and yet you screw up on the actual costume for the creatures in it. And Hammer definitely dropped the ball on this one. It's so awkward having a Yeti in here that doesn't look like a Yeti. As much as I like the performances and I like the direction by Val Guest, even though it does have that look and feel of a more cheaper film from the company, instead of a bigger, looking like, they never really had a big budget, Hammer didn't, but they would take what they had and they would do the best with it and make it look really, really good. This one, it just looks like it's cheap. It looks like it's a cheaply made film, unfortunately. Really great performances by some great actors. When you have, Forrest Tucker acting alongside Peter Cushing, that's pretty epic and that's pretty badass.
I'm going to bring them one of these creatures. They can learn and profit from it.
You really believe all that?
Another new concept for humanity. You're nothing but a cheap fairground trickster.
I don't like your bed. I didn't want another dead one. I knew he'd fire even if the net held. He was scared.
And for that matter alone, I've got to give this one a higher review than what I would normally give it because of the bad use of the Yeti as a character. So my final review of The Abominable Snowman from 1957. I'm going to give this film a 8.0 out of 10. It had the makings to be probably one of the best Yeti-based films ever, but Hammer dropped the ball on the actual design for the title character, the Abominable Snowman. There is no Abominable Snowman. It just looks like a normal man. What you do get to see of it, I mean. So, what do you think of this film? Have you seen The Abominable Snowman? And if you have, what do you think of it? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And, as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area on the channel right now where you can request a movie, TV series, or ranking video of your choosing. And when that video goes up, it will go up for all Plus members prior to it going up on the regular schedule for all other subscribers. So, if you want to get interactive and help us to get more reviews on here that I might not normally do, become a Plus member. Well, that's it for another Hammer Productions Night. If you missed last week's Hammer Productions Night, check out the link up here to get caught up on that one. Or if you missed any of the other Hammer Productions Night, be sure and check out the playlist right here to get caught up on any of them that you have missed.